welcome into Topic 7 DQ1, the last Excel DQ of your course. So let's get to it. First thing is type in your name, and then I believe these will autofill. Once your name is there, it says first letter of your first name. For me, C. First letter of your last name. For me, it's R. Okay, we're going to go to Yahoo Finance to go find stock ticker symbols that start, for me, I'm going to start with C and then look one for R. Now, I already have one in mind, so I'm just going to type it in, CR. And it says I'm looking for a purchase date approximately 1 year ago. So don't fill this out quite yet. What we're going to do is, I already have it open here in my Chrome, but go ahead and go to Yahoo Finance, which that link is provided. I'm going to type in CR, and hopefully it's a little bit faster than the last time. So for me, CR. Now it said purchase date from a year ago. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go over to historical data. We're going to scroll down, and where it has this date here, I'm just going to change it to 1 year. And I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and I'm going to go see what that day was. So whatever it says is a year ago from today, that's what we're going to go with. Let's see. March 10th, 2025. So that's what I'm going to go type in. So approximately there, what would we say? 03/10/2026. And it says we want the closing price per share. So that's what we're looking for, the closing price. That is going to be this column here. So $149.89. $149.89. And we're going to go ahead and format that as we do it. So format cell, because it is currency. 2 decimals is great. And now it says, what is your initial investment? Well, let's go ahead and read this all the way through. I know we've done this disjointly, but we supposedly bought 100 shares of this stock at $149.89, plus there was some additional fees for buying. So all we're going to do is we have our variable cost times how many we bought, plus our fixed cost. And that is how much we spent on Crane. We must have really thought it was going to take off. So $14,994. We're going to repeat that same process again. So if you're already good, you can skip to the next part for something that starts with R. And so all I did was, I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to type in R. And sure, even easier, R. And again, I'm going to go to historical data. And I'm going to go click on 1 year, if I can find where it is. There it is. 1 year. And I'm going to scroll all the way down, and I'm going to find whatever that date is. I think we're having a little trouble because of all the different ads they run on this. And it is also March 10th, right? So it's saying that. And again, our close here is 145.93. The close is in the third column, 145.93. All right. So, same day. My symbol is easy. I already forgot our stock price. 145.93. And I'm going to go ahead and edit this so that it is a currency, just so it makes sense. Not accounting, currency. And it's the same exact idea. Equals. We're going to take our variable cost times how many quantity we bought plus our fixed cost, enter. And finally, for our total investment, we're going to equal, and we're going to add those together. I'm going to put some. If you want to just put an addition, that's also okay. So we spent $44,190 on stock. So that is part 1. I will see you in a second for part 2. All right, welcome to part 2. Now, part 2 is really just going to be the same thing twice, right? We're going to do it for one stock, and then you will do it for the other. Now, we're going to go back to our first one, which for me it was CR, Crane. And I'm going to go look for 9 months ago, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, and today. Now, you can do these in really any order, so I'm going to go back, and I went back to Crane today, so I'm just going to go type in the price today. 191.12. It is March 6th for me making this video, 2026. So let's go ahead, 191.12. And for me again, 3/06/2026. Let's see if it updates today. It does for me. And my closing price was 191.12. So all I'm going to start to do is just go collect a bunch of dates and a bunch of prices with those dates. 3 months ago and 6 months ago are really nice. 9 months ago is not so nice. You'll see what I mean. So 3 months ago, the good news is it has a nice button for us. 3 months ago. And we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom and just get whatever day that is. December 9th, and it's 185.77. So 185.77. I'm going to forget both of them. I believe it was December 9th, 2025. Perfect. And now we're going to go do 6 months. Again, 6 months I believe is fairly nice because there's a nice little button for 6 months. And we'll go all the way down. We'll go find 6 month, $181 flat, September 9th. Those are both nice. So 181. And we have September 9th, 99-25. And finally, the one that is not so nice, 9 months ago. So we'll have to do a little bit of math here. Let's see, 9 months ago, 6 months ago, we were in September. So 9 months ago, we would be in June. So we'll just say June 9th is what. So we want this to be the start date, 06/09/2025. And the end date is going to be today. We'll just do 30/08/2026. That's fine. And I guess we could have made that shorter, right? So I don't have to do all this scrolling, but at this point, it's a process I'm used to. 178 on June 9th. So June 9th, 06/09/2025. Enter. And just to verify one more time, that was 178. Okay, so that is the tedious part, right? So that means all we have to do, now once we have all that information, that's the hard part. We take our shares, we times it by our closing price, and guess what we're going to do for all of these? So we're going all the way down, and it will give us all of these prices. And so what we're seeing is if we decided to sell at any point during these time periods, how much money would we gain or lose? Now, the first one's going to be very straightforward because it's going to be our value minus, if we bought it on this day and we sold it on this day, we're actually going to lose some money because of the fee. And so I'm going to put a $sign here that's located in I, and that's 15. Enter. So I would have lost $5. Now, if I drag it down, it looks like I would have done pretty well with this one. Would have made a decent amount of money within a year. Pretty big jumps. And all we're going to do is the exact same thing. So if you want to, feel free to go through this and not watch me do this, but I have to do this in order to get to total gains or losses. So I'm going to try to use the exact same days. So I'm just going to type them in again. I should be able to do that. Let's make that part at least a little bit easier. December 9th, so 12/09/2025. What was the next one? September 9th and June 9th. Okay. September and June. $2025. There we go. Okay, so now we're just going to go look this up. And again, my stock symbol for this one was writer. So that means I need to go switch. And again, let's get the easy one out of the way. The easy one being today, right? I know it's right there. I'm going to jump over here anyways. And we don't want the after hours. We just want the close. So I believe the close today is 198. Oh, that's the low. Uh-oh. My mistake. So I've been using the low for the day. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go back and redo it at this point. If you accidentally use the low as well, that's okay. Let's go ahead. We'll use the close. I guess technically I would have made more money, right? So actually I have more gains. To stay consistent, I'm going to use the low. Please disregard my mistake and use the close, which is, of course, now I can see in column 4. That's what I get for rushing. So the low, 198.38. Let's go ahead and continue the bad pattern here. 198.38. Enter. Okay, we'll now look at December 9th. And that was, I think, 3 months ago. Hopefully it's the same. December 9th, perfect. Again, using the wrong column for me. You use the right column, which is the 4th. 185.36. All right, now we're looking at 6 months ago. We'll scroll up. And I don't want to claim to be an expert about Yahoo Finance, so if there's an easier way to find these values, feel free. But this is the way. We actually were using a different website before this. 184.97. And then, of course, the not-so-fun one 9 months ago. So we're going to go look for June 9th as our start date. I got to remember I modified the wrong one last time. The start date, June 9th. And we'll scroll all the way down. June 9th, 151.52. And again, I'm using all the lowest numbers, so hypothetically, I would make more based off my picks. And I did just pick these at random. So, again, our value would be our closing price per share, which, again, I used the wrong one, times how many shares we bought. And we're just going to drag that all the way down. It looks like I did pretty good. Quite a bit of value on both those stocks, really. And we're going to do the same thing, equals how much we have, minus, right, how much we paid. My starting value, this is located in I-16, so $I, $16, enter. And if I've done that correctly, if I sold it immediately, I would have lost my $10. Hopefully I didn't. Made 10,000, and so now all we're going to do, I'm going to try to keep this in the full frame, is we're going to take our two numbers, and because it's just 2, I'm just going to add them together. And again, because they're matched up perfectly, hopefully I didn't sell on that very first day I bought them. If I would have waited just a little bit of time, right, could have made a pretty good amount of money here. So that is it for this one. Again, apologize. The mistake that I made was thinking that the column 3 was the close when it was the low. So technically I would have made more money. Please use that 4th column. If you make the same mistake because you've watched me, that's absolutely fine. So thanks everyone for a great course. Looking forward to your feedback in topic 7 DQ2. Feel free to give any feedback that you wish that would help make this course better.